Hey YouTube, Not Your Average Girl here, coming to you today from my dorm room. So I apologize to you in advance for the terrible lighting. There's horrible lighting in my room, so I have to stand next to the window, which is very bright, but I wanted to make sure that you could see what I was doing for today's video, which is how to install your own box braids. I got this technique from a fellow YouTuber, so I'll try and find her name and put it somewhere in this video, but it is the most simple technique that you can use. If you're like me, you can't get the where do I put my hands and the hair goes in this hole and something. Yeah, this video's for you. So I've had these braids in for maybe 3 to 4 weeks now, and as you can see, this new growth is not attractive. So yeah, my hair is growing out pretty quickly. Here's a new growth shot. So if you are interested in finding out how I did these box braids, stay tuned. So if you're like me and you're just redoing the first couple rows of your braids, then this is the time when you will section off the rows that you want to do. I have about the first 4 rows sectioned off, and the rest of my braids are in a ponytail. But if you are doing your whole head from the beginning, then you want to start with clean, moisturized, and detangled hair. So I'm just going to take these braids out and I'll be right back. Okay guys, so this is the hair that I used, Outta, not sure how to pronounce it, but I got the jumbo braiding hair in the shade number 2. And I bought 6 packs of this hair, and I ended up having a pack and a half left, just in case you were wondering how much to buy. So what you're going to do is you're going to take your hair out of the pack. I'm not going to do mine because I'm going to keep this for later. You're going to take it out of the pack, and before you remove the rubber band that's on it, this rubber band here, you're going to take your paddle brush and brush through the hair to fluff it up because it comes pretty flat. So I brushed through my hair. And then you're going to cut the rubber band off of the hair, and you should have a long piece of hair, long loop of hair. Then you're going to take some scissors and cut the loop in half and lay them on top of each other, and you should have something like this. This was after the hair was cut and I laid it on top of each other. Now, just to make sure that your ends aren't blunt, you're going to just take random pieces and just separate it and put it back. Random pieces, separate and put it back. Just so your ends are different lengths. You don't want to have blunt ends. Your braids will come undone and it just doesn't look good. So that's what you want to do for the hair. And depending on the size of your braid, you want to take about, for my size braid, I took about this much hair. Okay, and next, to make your braid longer, mines are about waist length, you want to split the section in half and then layer it unevenly. So I don't know if you can see this piece, I'm layering it unevenly. So now my piece is a lot longer. And that is all you do to prep the hair. Now you're ready to install it. Okay guys, so the way I parted my hair, and parting your hair is probably the most difficult part of this. So I just parted sections straight across like so, and then I did individual sections from that because that was easier for me. So I know I probably look crazy right now, so I'm just gonna put this hair back and I'm gonna show you on my 2 lower pieces of hair. And I'm just gonna bobby pin this out of the way. I'm looking around. My window is right here, and I'm kind of being a creep and spying on people. Don't judge me. Okay. So now I have my 2 sections on the side and 2 sections on the side. I'll show you both sides just in case you can't see one side or the other. So I'm gonna go grab my hair. This is the hair that I unbraided. I'm not using any sections. And just to be clear, this is the size. In case you couldn't see it, this is the size of hair that I used. This is the length. Okay, so I'm going to start by putting the rest of my hair out of the way. Okay, so now I have 2 sections on my left and 2 sections on my right. So, I know, I don't even know what I look like right now, but hopefully I don't look too crazy. So, I'm going to start with my right side. I'm going to take this section, and because I've had my hair braided already, I'm going to go through it just to remove any shed hairs and any dirt clumps or anything. But if you're just freshly braiding your hair on freshly washed hair, then you don't need to do this. Next, I'm going to grab my water bottle with just water in it, and I'm going to lightly spray my hair. Just want to dampen it. That is it. And just run that through. I'm using water just to moisturize my hair because I'm going to have these braids in for a while. I want to make sure that they are well moisturized. Then I'm going to take my shea butter. You can use any type of moisturizer or cream that you want. I'm using my shea butter mix, which is just shea butter and a couple different oils mixed together. I'm taking about this much, and I'm going to run that down my piece of hair. That was probably too much, but oh well. I'm just using this to seal in the moisture from the water. So I'm going to smooth that on. Next, I am taking my Eco Styler gel, and I am going to smooth that on top. So I'm using about this much. Now this is to reduce frizz, which is well needed. The first time I put these braids in, I only used the shea butter, and I noticed that they were not frizzy upon installation, but after a few days or maybe the first week, I noticed that they were frizzing up. So I'm adding Eco Styler gel, hopefully so they won't be as frizzy. Now yes, this is my shrinkage. Say hello to my shrinkage. Shrinkage, YouTube, shrinkage. Okay, so next we're going to take our piece of hair, and you don't have to split it or anything. Just take one loop of hair. This is it. Then let me see if I can get close. You want to wrap your piece of hair around your section of hair. So now in one hand, which is my left hand, I have my actual hair, and in my right hand I have the 2 different pieces of hair that I wrapped around, if you can see that. Now you want to use your index finger and your thumb to push the hair down to make it tight. This is how I get it close to my scalp. Then taking one side of the hair, you want to twist it around and begin braiding down the length of your hair. So the 2 pieces plus your 1 piece of hair make your 3 strands for the braid. And you just want to keep braiding all the way down the length of your hair. And when you get about to right here, like this much piece of hair left, you want to borrow hair from another strand. So I'm just going to split this in half and continue braiding. And when I'm getting close to the end of my piece of hair, I just want to make sure I'm braiding really close so I hide the end of my actual hair. You see how this is peeking out a bit? So you want to braid fairly tight just to make sure that your end isn't peeking out. And then you braid down the entire length of your hair, and that is it. Now I'm going to demonstrate it maybe 3 more times just in case you didn't get it. By the way, facts you may want to know, I have had these braids in for 3 weeks. I counted it. It took me probably about 9 hours to do my whole head. I did it, of course, over several different days because I'm lazy. I feel like I could have completed it in 2 days, but I didn't have time. I was so lazy. And yeah, the reason why I learned to do these braids is because I know that when I'm in school I don't have enough time to do my hair. So I was gonna pay for someone to do my hair, but I just could not bring myself to pay over $100 to get my hair done when, one, they braid super tight, which my edges are already barely existent from previous tight braids. They're actually growing back and I'm pretty happy. So yeah, tight braiding for one. 2, I knew there was several videos on YouTube and eventually somebody was going to help me learn how to do my own hair. You know how much it cost me to do these braids? $10. And that's how much my hair costs. It was 3 for $5. I got 6 packs. $10 to do my hair. I am definitely cheap, and I'm a fan of learning how to do something rather than paying somebody else to do it for you. So if you like me, yeah, this is real easy, real quick. So, enough talking. Just kind of rambled on a bit. After you complete your entire braid to the bottom, and as you can see, no blunt ends, you're going to grab your handy dandy scissors and cut the stray hair off of your braid, and this gives you that clean look. You don't want any additional frizz, and you only want to do this where your hair isn't braided. You do not want to trim off hair at the part where your hair is braided into the braid, because you might end up actually cutting off some of your own hair. So, and that is it. You have a nice clean braid, close to the scalp, uniformed. Yeah, so I'm going to demonstrate on another piece just in case you didn't catch that. I'm going to switch sides just in case this view is bad. So I had to move to the bathroom because I lost my light, but the procedures are the same. Run your fingers through your hair to remove shed hairs. Dampen your section with water. Apply a small amount of shea butter. Then follow that with some Eco Styler gel. Then you want to take your extension, loop it over your actual piece of hair. Use your index finger and your thumb to push the extension onto your hair to get it close to the scalp. Twist the extension and start the braid. And when you get to about this much hair left out, you want to borrow hair from another section and then continue your braid. And this is a good example because, as you can see, I didn't braid tight enough and I have a little curl sticking out. So if this happens to you, just unbraid it and go back and tighten up the end of that section so you can hide any pieces of curls or hair that may be sticking out. Last but not least, for my TWA and short-haired ladies, I wanted to show you that this procedure works the same way. As you can see, my edges are slim to none, but I was still able to braid that piece of hair. So it may take you a little more time, but you can get it. This was what my braids ended up looking like when I was done. As you can see, the braids that I didn't redo are more frizzy and looser than the braids that I just redid. And by the way, I did not dip my braids in hot water or burn any of the ends. I just left them as is and they didn't come on braided or anything. And here you can see the length of my braids, which is waist length. So I hope this video helped you guys. Thanks for watching. Bye.